The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rivers. It's Williams on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set, block 15.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Hey, I want to go.
First down, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Cameron Wake. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
4 down, check, 4 down. Who got 17? Who got 17?
Now Rivers. Got Gordon open, completes it. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Let's go, D, tighten up.
Load it. White, 89.
3rd and long for Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception here, Mariota. He'll get this one complete to Davis. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. Now a carry for the shifty Deion Lewis. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 24, Mariota, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Good coverage that time by Derwin James. And Suckup missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Focus.
Hey, Delta.
41's coming. 41's the Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Check. Fresno.
Left to right.
Bang. Hey, check 24.
Buffalo wall. Hey, I'm going to go load it.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Black 15.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Keep it skinny.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A first down throw for Mariota. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Completes it to Davis. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
White. Orange 5-4.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's got a man, that's Keenan Allen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
That's the run. Tight end right. 3 down. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Slam.
Red.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Joey Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
23 yards the pickup there.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. This is Lewis.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
March 49. Exit. Three. All day. Action.
Mariota now. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Trevor Davis, and it's 3rd and short. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Mariota on 3rd and 2. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. This is taken at about the 14. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Load it.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The tackle made by Jaylen Brown. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 1. Here's Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 46 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Mariota. This one caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Mariota. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey, 17 George, watch 17. Man left, man. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. 24 is the mic. We don't want this.
Hey, Delta!
24 is the mic. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, 79! 79! Hey, Echo!
Check.
From the 44, Rivers. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
24 is the mic. No,
Load it. Load it.
24 is the mic.
12. Hey, here we go.
24 is the mic.
Wait, 89.
Rivers to throw it. Complete. It's Henry. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half here, Mariota. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
Escaping and a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A great blocking nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. About 3 yards there to the 27.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, 55.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to look for Allen now with a deep ball. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Mariota, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Mariota to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 3rd and long here for Mariota. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And that's complete to Lewis. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hey, hey, hey.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Left.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go, D.
Load it.
Now Rivers. Flush to his right. Got Gordon open, completes it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Open man, it's Allen.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Hey, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On first down, it's Gordon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Set, run 80.
Right there in the middle, 55. Come off the ball.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28. Jordan Lucas there on the stop. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They run it here with Gordon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A 5-yard touchdown run. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Tackles, tackles.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And now it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Mariota. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lewis, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To throw Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Bravo. Hey, hey, hey. Switch.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Deuce, 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 deuce.
Q.
Take 4.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Southern California, so long, everybody.